One of the skills of a good TV journalist is being able to report a story clearly, concisely, and in a way that grabs the viewer's attention right from the beginning.
Olympics getting so much attention right now. An age-old sports debate was renewed on Twitter this past week. Our Edward Egros arguing that while he admires the athleticism of figure skaters, he does not consider figure skating a sport. Let's just say not everybody agreed with Ed. Here's Mr. Egros with a quick recap of an interesting week.
In this video, I'll share a technique that you as a professional can use to effectively communicate your message to higher executives in a way that is attention-grabbing, succinct, and that have all the important information clearly summarized right at the beginning. Hey friends, welcome back to the channel and yet another mind-blowing Monday. My name is Vibor, and if you're new here, I upload videos on practical tips, tools, and strategies that you as a professional can use to lead a super productive work life. So if you're a student or a young professional, consider subscribing for some actionable and possibly life-changing content. There are timestamps available, so feel free to skip around the video if you feel like it. For now, let's get started. Imagine that you are a product lead or a product owner or product manager, and you are accountable for the success of a product or any other kind of initiative within your organization. You are working really hard to successfully deliver a critical increment that everyone is anxiously waiting for. You are regularly in touch with the stakeholders to keep the requirements up to date, interviewing different internal and external experts to learn about the topic, analyzing lots of data, working with finance and marketing departments, and constantly communicating those findings and possibly changes to your development team, making sure that they have everything required to develop that superb characteristique, as we say in French. I love French language, by the way. One day, busy with your day-to-day work, you suddenly get a call from a senior VP, who is one of the stakeholders in the product you are leading, asking you to provide the current status. You are caught completely off guard. You were in the middle of something completely unrelated. You don't have any PowerPoint deck or any data-packed Excel sheet ready to show for. In simple words, you are not ready to provide any update, let alone a status on where you stand with a specific increment to a senior executive. What would you do? What would any of us do in such a situation? Let's walk through an example and see what kind of mistakes most professionals make while providing a status update to a senior executive.
Sophia, how is it going? You are working on the market entry project, right? What is the status on that?
Hi, Bill. So, the last couple of weeks, we were exceptionally busy trying to figure out the needs to enter the market in this segment. I had a word with Dave in finance to make sense of the market data. After crunching a few numbers together with the data we got from marketing and the insight we got from focus interviews, we were able to get a good overview of the different market opportunities specifically for young professionals. Our decision is further solidified considering the fact that our competition is lacking in this area, and that our current infrastructure allows us to quickly gain a competitive advantage over others in the market. Supported by all this research, at the moment, it looks like Feature B will be a good candidate to be released as our first feature. That said, further analysis is still in progress.
Does that sound familiar? This is an example of the answer that many professionals provide in such a situation. But what's wrong with this answer? After all, this is what a status sounds like. And you're right, there is nothing wrong with the answer. However, what's wrong is with the way the answer is structured. This answer consists of all the tiny details about all the different actions you took to come to the final conclusion. Saying that, okay, first you did this, then you did that, you talked to this guy, then to that department, clearly shows that you are showing off. You put a lot of work and crunched all these numbers to arrive to a specific end result or to the end conclusion. This is what we call a bottom-up communication. It is based on the process. It showcases the things that you did, but not so much the result. And in a business setting, in most cases, you want to avoid communicating like that. And the simple reason is the senior executives do not care. They do not care whom you talk to or what data set you analyzed. These details are not of any interest to a senior executive. They trust you. They know that if you are telling them something, then of course you must have done all the research and analysis required to get that done. Senior executives are interested in the end result. They are interested in the top-down communication, the style of communication that is derived from the popular Barbara Minto's pyramid principle. Returning to our example of the way journalists communicate, the idea of the pyramid principle is that the listeners get the most important information first. This opening, sometimes called the summary lead, should summarize the entire message in only a few sentences. Subsequent paragraphs then present less critical information in order of diminishing importance. Senior executives are busy, and saying that they are busy is actually an understatement. For this reason, while communicating with the senior executives, we need to front load the information as soon as possible. If for some reason they have to leave in the middle of you speaking, they will still have the main points and won't miss any vital details. Here are 3 simple steps for using the pyramid principle. Step number 1. Focus on the end result. Start with a short summary of the most important part of your message. 30 seconds to a minute is sufficient enough time that you can use to hook the attention of a senior executive. In other words, make what your priority instead of who, when, why, where, and how. Step number 2, add supporting arguments. After you're done front-loading the most important information, ask your executive if they have time to listen to some supporting arguments or details. If they say yes, then expand your argument, describe the issues, or supply contextual material. Such details will help the executive, but they are not essential for understanding your message. Do not overwhelm them by going too deep into the details. Step number 3. Close with the background and bonus information. Now, you can end the communication with the information that may not be directly related to the main subject, but which might help your executive to understand it. Historical data is an example of such a detail. Okay, let's apply the pyramid principle to our example scenario and let's communicate the current status to our executive. It will go something like this.
Bill, our current hypothesis is that feature B would be the best candidate for the first feature we want to launch our product with in the second quarter of the year 2021. Would you like to hear the reasoning behind our current hypothesis?
I guess I have a few minutes.
Okay, so this is based on 3 reasons. First, our consumer research and marketing data shows that feature B is more in demand among young professionals. Second, our direct competition is lacking this functionality, so with feature B, we can quickly gain a competitive advantage. And third, our infrastructure capabilities are well set up to get feature B in the market as soon as possible, providing us an enormous first-mover advantage.
Much better. So there you have it. Use the Minto pyramid to craft critical ad hoc communications with executives to quickly grab their attention and immediately putting your point across that they are interested in. If you are interested in finding out how to gain an executive's buy-in for Agile or other initiatives, then check out this playlist where I break the process down in a 3-part video series. If you like this video, then give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and don't forget to provide your valuable feedback in the comments. I'll see you in the next video.